Your boy Roger Real Deep Cool hollering at you on my way into work. Gonna make a couple dollars, you know what I mean, vacation next week. Looking forward to it. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank the heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. And again, as I always say, I hope you feel the same way. Wake up in the morning, I look for things that I can talk about, not in the news, that's for sure. Not on CNN or any place like that, but just, in general, I look around. And, what I realized was that I came up with this narrative. China. There's this big gap up here. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this gap for y'all so y'all know what's going on. So we have China and the U.S. So I said, you know what? I gotta think of a So we're gonna call that the United States of China. That's what we're about to turn into, the United States of China. We really are. Because China is controlling a lot of us through our media, through a little bit of everything. And I can't even... Go ahead, man. Go. Somebody go somewhere. They're controlling us via media, through our colleges, through Hollywood, through sports. Everybody's in China's pocket for a couple dollars, except the new administration, or the administration, who decided to distance themselves from China and get out of China's pocket. In other words, stop us from turning into China. But China's very good at what they do. They're very good at mind manipulation. I'm not sure if you know the history of China. I don't know a lot about it, but what I do know about it is this. Long time ago, they said they want to take over the world. They want to be the rulers of the world. From the Ming Dynasty to the Yao Ming basketball player. I don't know. They want to take over the world. They think they're superior. They know they're superior in their mind. And they know how to manipulate people. Because we've been looking at, karate movies and all that stuff. We eat Chinese food more than we eat regular food. And they know. But they're only after a certain group of people. And there's going to be some melanated people. Because they're easier to manipulate. Because not much you have to do to manipulate a melanated person. Feed them and give them money. That's it. Anything else you ain't got to worry about. Now there's a few of those melanated people who are looking to do some things with their lives and explore and become entrepreneurs or start their own business and create and be creative. But the ones that do that are not willing to sell their soul for the sake of getting to these places. Then there are those who will sell their soul to get to where they have to get to, no matter what, to get that dollar. And that's where China sits back and they wait for the melanated folk to come and get that money. So whether it's LeBron James, whether it's anybody in Hollywood at the mansion parties, the brothers, again, that's why Dave Chappelle didn't run to China, he ran to Africa when he knew they were trying to get at him. And when they started locking up Cat Williams, he knew what was up too. A lot of people know what's up. They know where their boundaries lay and how far they will go. China has no boundaries. They don't want Trump because Trump is messing with their money. And the people that China is in cahoots with money, and you know who they are, there's a lot of them, including somebody who's running for president. The Obama administration, and Biden gave them a favorite nation status as an undeveloped nation. China's an undeveloped nation. We've been buying China stuff forever. These Biden Harris signs up here. These poor people don't know. They don't know. They want to be like China. All these people with their Biden Harris, they don't know what's going on. A lot of them are older. They don't have much life to live. I'm on the back end of my life as well. So they don't know any better. They just want an old man to win. But Trump is old too. But anyway, a lot of older folk are going to vote for Biden because he's old. They can relate to an old guy. They can relate to an old sympathetic guy who's a slave master. Because black folks are used to being slaves. So it's easy for Biden and Harris to reel in melanated folk to buy into their situation. What they're going to do is they're going to sell you to China like they've been selling you to China. They're going to sell you to China. They're going to sell everything about you to China. You even gonna look like China. You gonna wear masks like the people in Asia do? Yeah. There's a lot of things you're gonna do just like Chinese people do. You might as well be living there. Especially if Biden wins. Get ready to be manipulated, controlled by China. China is the same regime that are killing Chinese Muslims. They call them weegers. They're killing them on the regular. On the regular, they're killing them. But, some folk don't matter that they have a lot of human rights violations and they're killing people, on the regular. These black folk are really crazy. They park the car in the middle of the street, put on the hazard license to start fixing the car. But that's what melanated folk do. Don't think about nobody else, think about themselves. My desire is if Biden wins, and I don't think he's going to win, but if so happen he does win, I am looking forward to going to Singapore. I got to get out of here. I'm not going to be around here being a slave to these people, having control of my health care, having control of everything, trying to, as a retiree, trying to give me crumbs when I'm trying to live the best I can as a retiree. Man, that ain't going to happen. And I know I'm going to retire within the next 4 years. That ain't going to happen with Biden. Biden ain't going to care about old folk. He care about him because his money is in China. His son's money is in China. That crooked money is all over the place. And I don't understand why y'all don't acknowledge that. Why you can't figure it out. Everybody talks about it. Everybody knows that Biden has sold us out to China. I mean, everybody knows this, but black folk, melanated folk, don't look at things that way. They try to seem as though they're loyal to a Democratic Party that's helped them in slavery, has never did anything for them in years. Like they keep saying, Biden hasn't done nothing in 47 years, except when he got in the house, called y'all nigga. He has a slave state. I'm from a slave state. He loves to say he's from a slave state. He also said one time, they're going to put you back in chains. When he said they, remember, whenever Democrats point at somebody else, they point back at themselves. So when they say they're going to put you back in chains, that's what they meant. They're going to put you back in chains. But you can't tell older folk nothing, because another thing about melanated folk, they think they know everything, and you can't present them with something new because all they know is the old. They don't know anything new. That's why when it comes to my music business, here I am, almost 60 years old. I'm doing music that people are digging. If I had a concert with Roger, I'd probably get 3 people out of loyalty, because they would rather go to an OJ's concert, an old group that don't even play anymore. And I ain't got no problem with people supporting groups who don't get down no more. I got that. But seriously, you're not going to take the opportunity to deal with somebody with something new, with a new flavor? You'd rather just go and deal with the same old, what you've been listening to. Well, if you got loyalty to that, then that's why you still got loyalty to the Democratic Party, because that's all they do. They know you just gonna do the same old thing. Old music, old behaviors, old habits, old Democrats doing the same thing. Just can't cut masses through. I never saw a group of people that just love to remain in slavery. I just never saw it. You would think that everybody talking about Martin Luther King and all this stuff, and non-violence and all that, Yet again, you're acting violent, you're cussing half the time. You can't have a conversation with someone who's melanated. You can't have a conversation with them without them cussing, because they don't know how to articulate themselves other than using profanity or using violence. You can't do it. If I decided I was going to vote for Trump and I put a mega sign on my car, do you know they'll probably break my car window? But if I put a Biden Harris, it'll be all right. Melanated folk are violent. They know violence. They live violence. They've always been violent. They kill their own at the drop of a hat. They kill their babies at the drop of a hat. And you know this. You know this. So don't act like you don't know this. And the Democrats will feel very happy for you to kill off your own. Go out here, have promiscuous sex, get drunk, drink the liquor, all that stuff, have promiscuous sex, get pregnant, and then abort your child. Abort your child. What's really jacked up about the aborting of your child is simple as this. The Democrats want you to abort your child. Roe versus Wade, they scared somebody going to overturn Roe versus Wade. They want you to abort your children. And they're going to take those fetal tissues and everything from your child that you abort and use those tissues to do things with science. Science. The Heavenly Father created, you're going to stay here forever, ain't you? The Heavenly Father created you, and you're going to give yourself to science. Come on. That's crazy to me. But some of you act like you believe in the Heavenly Father, but you don't. You don't. You like the front, like you love the Heavenly Father. You love Jesus. You love the Lord. You know, you'll get an abortion, Father. You'll get an abortion quicker than I don't know what. And then they say, oh, that's my choice, my science. Well, see, China is good for that. They've done that long time ago. They told their people, you only can have 2 babies and they better be dudes. That's it. Well, they're doing the same thing here, but passively. Because they know, melanated folks, you don't have to be really critical in what you do. You have to be subtle with what you do with melanated folk. You can't really step on their feet and tell them you didn't step on their feet. Or you can't tell them you stepped on their feet, but it don't hurt. You can't do that. You just can't step on their feet. You got to rub their feet. You got to rub melanated folk feet. That's why they're voting for Biden and Harris. These people support abortions on demand. They support you not going to church. I don't think one of them said God since they've been up there. Ain't neither one of them said anything about God. Because they would love to separate a religion from state, from school, from anywhere. And you haven't even passively known it because you've been brainwashed into accepting this thing they in cahoots with China to take away your liberties and your freedoms. And if you don't think the Democrats are in on this Wu-Tang violence, if you don't think they have anything to do in the funding of this, along with all the anarchy, if you don't think the Democrats are paying for all this, you are living under a rock. And my desire is truly to get away from people who think that way, who really think that the Democrats love them. The Democrats wouldn't hurt them. The Democrats wouldn't possibly pay into a virus to change this whole country. Not just to get rid of one man. See, because it don't make a difference to Democrats. Whether it was Trump or whether it was somebody else. They just want to get rid of you. Ever since these elections have been stolen by certain people. Remember, Bush stole the election because they had to do that. They had to do that 911 thing. They had to do that. They had a certain time to get that done. And as you notice, what you call them gracefully bowed out. They said, Gore, do climate control, we give you some money. Just to distract the melanated folk. See, they know, the Europeans, the Caucasians know that they're trying to be bamboozle them. They know they're trying to bamboozle them. Melanated folk, all you gotta do is give them some money, give them some food, give them some Wendy's, give them some Dunkin' Donuts, and they passively will give over everything they know, everything they stand for, everything they own. They just give it up. So that's why you're going to have the United States of China. The only problem for the melanated folks who's going to live in the United States of China is you are going to be a slave. You are going to be a Uyghur. Just like the Chinese are killing them Uyghurs over there and imprisoning them. That's who you're going to be over here. But it won't be Uyghur. It'll be nigger. I pray for you cats, man. I pray for you and your wives. I try to enlighten you guys, and a lot of you say, yeah, man, I hear you, I feel you. But then your wife or your girlfriend or somebody else who ain't quite knowledgeable and they think you just run off on a tangent, don't support you or don't believe you, maybe want to throw you out the house if you thought that you like Trump or you didn't want to go vote Democrat. See, because it's either or. You can not like Trump, but just don't like Democrats. Just don't vote Democrats. So who are you going to vote for? I don't know. I know I would never be a Democrat ever. I would never be involved with the party of slavery. The party that killed Republicans, black Republicans back in the day. They were black Republicans back in the day, around the time that there was Abraham Lincoln. And they was doing a lot of things back then, black Republicans, until they decided to kill them. So look at the history of black Republicans. There's actually a video out on that you can look up the history of black Republicans and what happened to the black Republicans and how they got bamboozled and swindled into turning Democrat. By threat. Actually, it was by threat. But they were bamboozled into doing that. So, everybody in windows, get ready and welcome yourself to the United States of China. And a lot of melanated folk, they'll be fine with them because they like Chinese food. They like Chinese movies. They like to do anything that Chinese people do. The people in Hollywood get paid by Chinese. Right? Basketball players. Big sneaker contracts. They got kids, everybody in a sweatshop making Nikes that you're paying $200 for. They're making them Nikes for $5. Taking your money because they know you vain. They know you materialistic. China knows us. They knows us. They know all of us. But they know there are some people who don't dig it. I don't dig what China's doing. Never have, never will. He didn't took Jackie Chan's. They tried to lay some charges on him about tax evasion or something like that, and took the man's mansion. These Chinese people would do anything. The government, not the people. You know, there's some over here sneaking around, CIA and spying, using your Facebook data, using everything you do on the internet to surveil you and look at you and copy your information, steal stuff from you. They're all over the place. But y'all don't care. You just want to be on Facebook trying to be important, trying to look cute, want to be this, want to be that, want to talk mess. You have not a pot to piss in or foot to stand on when it comes to China. They don't care about you. Biden don't care about you. Kamala doesn't care about you. The Democrats don't care about you. They never have and never will. One day you're going to wake up. But it's going to be too late. It's going to be the United States of China. And you will be a wigger. I feel the sorriest for you. But I'll pray for you anyway. Pray for you to wake up before it's too late.